Welcome back to our channel. You can water a plant, you can fertilize it, you can place it carefully in good soil. You can even speak life over it every single day. Yet if that plant is surrounded by weeds, eventually it will struggle. Weeds don't announce themselves. They don't arrive with warning signs. They don't say, "I'm here to choke what you're trying to grow." They simply grow alongside the plant, quietly draining nutrients, blocking sunlight, crowding its space. And over time, the plant weakens, not because it was poorly planted, but because it was poorly surrounded. But this is how many marriages die. Not from one explosive argument, not from a single betrayal, not from one dramatic failure, but from constant exposure to unhealthy marriages, ungodly counsel, and toxic companionship. Most people think marriages fall apart suddenly. They imagine one moment, one affair, one fight, one unforgivable mistake. But the truth is, most marriages don't collapse. They erode, they weaken slowly, quietly, incrementally. Just like weeds, weeds don't kill plants overnight. They take a little nourishment today, a little more tomorrow, until one day the plant looks lifeless, and everyone asks, "What happened?" Nothing happened, something continued. And many couples never realize what's happening, because the weeds don't look dangerous at first. They look like opinions, they look like jokes, they look like harmless venting, they look like advice, but they are draining life from the marriage. One of the most destructive weeds is comparison. You start listening to how other couples talk. You scroll through curated marriages online. You hear friends complain about their spouses, and suddenly discontent is planted in your soil. You begin to think, "Why doesn't my spouse do that? Why isn't my marriage like theirs? Why do I feel unfulfilled?" Comparison slowly convinces you that what you have is insufficient. But comparison never shows you reality. It only shows you presentation. And when comparison takes root, gratitude dies first, then honor, then patience, then grace. The marriage doesn't break, it starves. Another deadly weed is ungodly counsel. Advice that sounds wise, but is rooted in selfishness. Do what makes you happy. You deserve better. Follow your heart. Don't settle. But Scripture never tells us to follow our hearts, because the heart, left unchecked, will always choose comfort over covenant. Ungodly counsel encourages escape, not endurance. It feeds resentment. It validates bitterness. It applauds quitting. And when couples listen long enough, they start making permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. Remember, the weed doesn't yell, it whispers. And some weeds grow through relationships. Friends who mock marriage. Friends who disrespect their own spouses. Friends who normalize emotional distance. Friends who celebrate independence more than unity. And over time, their words shape your perspective. Remember, what you tolerate around you eventually grows within you. And if you are surrounded by voices that dishonor covenant, don't be surprised when commitment feels heavy. Yes, my friends, the soil matters. The environment matters. What surrounds the marriage matters just as much as what's inside it. Healthy marriages are not weed-free by accident. They are weed-free by intention. Farmers don't wait until weeds choke the plant before they act. They pull early, they pull often, they pull aggressively. Some conversations need to stop. Some influences need to be limited. Some voices need to be removed. Not because you're arrogant, but because you're protective. You protect what you value, and sometimes loving your marriage means offending weeds. So if your marriage feels tired, don't immediately assume it's broken. Ask instead, what has been growing around it? What voices are shaping your expectations? What relationships are influencing your perspective? What weeds have gone unchecked? The plant can still recover, but only when the weeds are removed. Strong marriages don't happen by chance. They happen by careful cultivation. So guard your soil, choose your surroundings wisely, and protect what God has planted. Because a marriage doesn't die from lack of love alone. It often dies from what it was surrounded by. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.